So yeah, we're gonna get into our WWE Raw and SmackDown reviews right now, guys. So hopefully you like the stream, subscribe, do all that stuff, and let's get into it right now. I just set you guys right here, and I think this is good. All right. Don't know where I'm still here. We're gonna get it here. Alright. So let's start off with, obviously Monday Night Raw, of course. I mean, we're gonna start off with Cody Rhodes and the John Cena promo. And, this is the best promo of the entire year because it is always and is always going to be the best promo of the entire year. I want you guys to know that. They just went back and forth finally. We've been wanting them to do that for 2 weeks, and now we finally get it here on Monday Night Raw this week. And it's been brass style high crawling slacks. What does that mean in the chat? Razzly or whatever. Anyways, John Cena, called Cody Rhodes, told Cody Rhodes to go back to being 16 years old again, and just Cody kept Jaden's, hi, I'm new, well, welcome to the channel. Make sure to subscribe and turn on those bell notifications and like this stream or like any other videos and watch all the other videos or shorts that I do. Show your support, really, I really appreciate it, and yeah. John Cena, let me think, he said, a lot of important stuff. It's kind of, he called, told Cody Rhodes to go back to being 16 years old and doing, work or whatever, and, he's the reason you have that tattoo, because Cody, I know you mentioned that I have a lisp, and I can't talk, and I say S words the wrong way, and I have a shoulder tattoo, but it's on my neck. I know you're gonna say that, and a bunch of other stuff. I think there was one more misconception that Cody Rhodes said. I can't really remember off the top of my head right now. I sub and great job, Jaden. Welcome to the channel. Anyways, and then Cena, Cody, did some insane stuff. He fired back really hard and, all that stuff. Basically saying, to Cena, what you made is going to beat you WrestleMania. And last week he said the champ standing right here, which he probably commulates into this promo, kind of, I guess. And then at the end, he said, Cena, you can't wrestle. And it was like, you can't wrestle, chant. And then that made Cena mad. He was going to punch Cody. Cody crossroads Cena down. I don't even think Cena got up after that. Cody did raise the title upside down, but, live issues and stuff like that, really kind of sorry. Like, that happened, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, Cody walks out victorious in that promo battle somehow, some way. I don't know. It should have been Cena, but I think Cena had the upper edge. I really think Cena did say some important factors in this promo. So yeah, George Droid has entered the chat. Well, hi. But yeah, that was that, and then we had the New Catch Republic. Just come back. It's the first time they've came back on Monday Night Raw. And, and then the New Day, obviously won. I still think New Catch Republic should have won this match. Honestly, I think it would be more appealing. But, it didn't happen. The New Day won. I think it was off of... No, that wasn't off of Roll Up. It was off of Kofi Kingston. I don't know about the New Day. That's all I know is when the New Day won the match. I don't really know as if Xavier Woods, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston obviously were heel in this match. I should have clarified that and specified that. But yeah, they win. I think Xavier Woods got the pin. And then the War Raiders came out and confronted them as, the World Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders, and a New Day. I guess they're going to give, he's going to give the New Day, a new opportunity, championship opportunity, whatever, all that stuff. So, no, the War Raiders are going to give the New Day a new championship opportunity. So yeah, that's that. And then they just have a stare off with the War Raiders and stuff like that. And yeah, that's basically it. And then, oh my god, I don't want anyone to talk about this. Okay. I advise you guys to please don't get mad at me in the chat for saying this, but Jimmy Uso is buried. He is done in this promo. And I can specify that by, Jimmy Uso versus Gunther. Obviously it was a shortened match. Gunther beat the heck out of Jimmy. Jimmy tried to do a Uso splash. Gunther put his knees up and he did it again. And then he just did a powerbomb to Jimmy Uso, I think, to end the match. And then Jey Uso came out because Gunther just kept attacking Jimmy Uso and didn't stop. And Jey Uso got zip-tied to the ropes as he watched his brother Jimmy get the heck beat out of him. And literally, Gunther, because Jimmy Uso was bleeding, Gunther bathed in his blood. And that's also Jey Uso's blood, too, because that's... Jay and Jimmy are twins, so that's also kind of Jay's blood, too, because they're in a family. And you shouldn't do that. So this, even though it still didn't main event WrestleMania, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins does night 1, and then night 2, Cena and Cody. But yeah, that's basically, Yeah, and he did a huge boot to Jimmy, and he just did the sleeper, and he just bathed in his blood. And Jay saw the watch, and he's like, I cannot wait till I beat your ass. And I was saying the same thing too in my head as I was watching it because I didn't want to say it, you know. Actually, I did say it after Jay said it because I agreed, but like, you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, that's that. And then the Pete Dunne. I think I saw the Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate promo. Oh yeah, Tyler Bate's back. Yeah, I think I saw that. Um, insane. Um, actually, it wasn't that insane. It was just them like talking back and forth. I mean, I don't even remember it all the time in my head, so you know. Yeah, we basically talked about that. Finn Balor is no longer called Pin Balor. Can we talk about this? Why? This shouldn't even happen. Finn Balor shouldn't even have won this. Penta should have won this, and Braun Breaker should have won this when they teamed up. But no, I think Penta versus Braun Breaker is obviously going to be the match that's going to be happening at WrestleMania 41. I think that Finn Balor to do a headlock to Penta, and then Penta accidentally got speared by a Braun Breaker because Finn Balor moved out of the way, and then Finn Balor did the coup de grace to Penta. And he basically said that Dom didn't even help him later in the show backstage. So, and Liv Morgan was kind of mad at that, so I think she talked to Adam Pearce after Finn Balor did. So, because Finn Balor said he was going to talk to Adam Pearce about a match for the Intercontinental Championship against Braun Breaker anyways, so again, which he lost the last week. So I'm on that Raw. So yeah, I mean that's basically it for that portion. Yeah, Finn Balor's no longer called Pin Balor, and yeah, we can move on from that. And I hate Logan Paul. I really do. I don't even know why I have a figure of him. I don't. I don't know why. It's kind of insane. I don't know why I have a figure of him. Still to this day, I want to punch it now. I want to break it in half because. But no, I can't because obviously a figure. Obviously, I'm not going to do that because that'd be kind of delusional or delulu, as people say these days. But yeah, AJ Styles comes, calls out Logan Paul, but Logan Paul is supposed to call AJ Styles. I don't really get how you said that Logan Paul's gonna call AJ Styles, the guy that you said was gonna call him out and didn't call him out handingly or whatever. But you didn't call him out, and you're just gonna make the other guy and AJ Styles call Logan Paul. Like, that doesn't make sense, at all. But I guess it did, kind of here because AJ Styles, had a promo with Logan Paul. Logan Paul, just I don't remember the promo, but I remember Logan Paul, beating the heck out of AJ Styles and then hitting the pulverizer on AJ Styles, and it was devastating. I mean, the way he does it, it satisfies me, and I hate that it satisfies me because I'm like, damn, it's Logan Paul. Why am I so satisfied with that move that he does? He just does it so perfectly. And he shouldn't be doing it so perfectly because it's Logan Paul. Anyways, he shouldn't be doing it. Oh yeah, and he did the ropes thing. We're not gonna really get into all that because YouTube will probably ban me. Then we get into our main event, which is Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley in a. Wait, no. We have Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship, with Bianca Belair being the special guest referee. And, Bianca Belair did get trained backstage by, I think, Charles Robinson or some other ref backstage. So I was shocked of her ref skills. Honestly, I really thought she was the ref at like one point in the match, and yeah, and the match was insane. Like, Bianca Belair trying to get involved in the match, like super early on, and Rhea Ripley getting mad. Like, really, like you could see, like, oh, this is gonna be a triple threat. Like, it's starting to unfold into that. No, it didn't. Actually, it didn't even get confirmed on the show. I'm sure it's probably gonna get confirmed next week. We'll have to just see. But like, Rhea Ripley took down Bianca Belair on the outside. And she tried to, she had the riptide on Io Sky, and she couldn't pin her because Bianca Belair was the ref, and I guess she forgot the part that Bianca Belair was the ref, so then she's just down, and then she's asking for Bianca Belair to get up. She does the pin, and it's only two, and I don't even know how it's only just two. It should just been three, but no, because they had this sell that Rhea Ripley's is going to be a double disqualification, which it was, and that's what it ended up being. So therefore, Io Sky is still your Women's World Champion. WWE Women's World Champion, I should say. And I think next week is going to be a triple threat. And, Rhea Ripley takes down Bianca Belair with a riptide off the top rope, which was insane, to Bianca Belair. And I think Io Sky also, I think she did, no, she just did a regular riptide to Io Sky. And then she did a riptide off the top rope to Bianca Belair. And then she holds up the Women's World Championship like it's hers again. Obviously, it's not. And then she puts it back down, I think, on a stacked Bianca Belair and Io Sky, because I think she did the riptide off the top rope onto Io Sky. I don't think she did it nowhere or whatever. But, yeah, we got that. And, yeah, Rhea Ripley, I'm obviously not gonna watch the scary warning thing to Bianca. I'm sure it's fine. I mean, I can't watch it live because of copyright issues. The only way I could is if I turned my mic off, and that I'm not going to do. I mean, I could actually. I could turn off my camera for a minute and watch this. I'll probably be right back. Let me We are back, guys. I just had to watch that real quick. We're back. So Uriah just said, the warning is that WrestleMania is in my grasps, and that's what you should be worried about. Yeah, that's basically what kind of the department of the end of what she said and stuff. So yeah. And then we move on to SmackDown. Dun 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 dun. Alright, SmackDown. Rey Fenix is back. And I'm excited for it, man. His entrance, everything. Insane. Like the entrance and everything, insane. And like it's the entrance. And the entrance was amazing, and the match that he had with Nathan Frazier. Now Axiom did have a match with Gunther. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks. I think it was like 3 weeks ago on an episode of SmackDown, actually. And the match is insane. He did like this Mexican muscle buster or whatever it was called to win the match. And yeah, what a way of debuting, I'm sure. And he did this like slam too. That was like this driver or whatever. It was kind of cool. And, like a backbreaker and like a DDT and stuff like that. Yeah. And then, CM Punk, obviously, entrance in Chicago as a WrestleMania main eventer. Man, let me tell you, this couldn't be more how do you call it? Spectacle, yes. No, more special, I should say. More special. Nothing could be more special than CM Punk entering at Chicago. And yeah, I mean, the crowd was basically electric. And yeah. LA Knight, and he's like to Paul Heyman, CM Punk is like, well, you're gonna tell me what I'm gonna tell you what the favor is later on tonight once I see Roman Reigns, because Paul Heyman's like, well, Roman Reigns is going to be here, and he is coming. He's just in his WrestleMania training center right now. So yeah, that's what Paul Heyman said, what he had to say. So yeah, and then yeah, LA Knight, yeah, LA Knight, yeah. Basically, gets Tama Tonga's head off of the table. Tama Tonga had a great offense and all that stuff like that. And Tama Tonga got Like he in the end got BFT'd. Like he was going to get BFT'd, Tom was like clotheslines. And I did clotheslines. He's like, yeah, punches in the corner. And then he just did a BFT, and then that was it. LA Knight wins 1-2-3. LA Knight wins. LA Knight, yeah, in Chicago, Illinois. And we had the Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY. Obviously, the Street Profits were watching from the crowd with the WWE Tag Team Championships, obviously. Golden Tag Team Championships, whatever you want to call them these days. Basically, like said, yeah, I mean, Motor City Machine Guns won. I think DIY still should have won. But, Tommaso Ciampa kind of messed that up and kind of messed up the opportunities for that in particularly. So, yeah. And the match was insane. Like, Chris Sabin doing a crossbody. In the ring, doing, like, just insane things. Like, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, like, they did this, like, switcheroo thing in the corner, and then, like, the switch again, and, like, it was 2 times, but then they did the switch, and then they did double knees in the corner. That was cool. And then they, DIY, won. No, they didn't win. Motor City Machine Guns won. And, because Tommaso Ciampa got his feet on the ropes, and he wasn't supposed to have his feet on the ropes. But he did anyways, because he had no remorse. So, anyways, that's why Motor City Machine Guns won, because Chris Sabin rolled him up 1, 2, 3, and yeah, Motor City Machine Guns are going to get a shot at the Street Profits Tag Team Championships next week on SmackDown. Probably is probably going to be amazing. So yeah. Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy time, as we say, and Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair had an insane promo battle. Definitely, I was like, Tiffany Stratton definitely stepped up from 2 weeks ago with that promo. Like, 2 weeks ago, she got demolished, buried, and she got buried on a cell phone. She got buried digitally. Insane. And this week, she comes back even hungrier than she was 2 weeks ago previously. And I love it. I cherish this promo. Like Charlotte Flair obviously, saying, "Oh, Tiffany Stratton, you're nothing," like, and then Tiffany Stratton's like, Did you get your woo in yet? Did you get your woo in yet or no? Did you get your one woo in yet? Because Charlotte, you're gonna get all these championships, but you're not going to ever beat your father's record, Ric Flair. And then she even said, Charlotte, what were you doing when you were 25? Oh yeah, working in the garage of your father's garage, back in your father's garage. Me, when I'm 25, I'm standing here as women's champion, about to face Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. And yeah, that just, Wade Barrett was obviously standing in the middle of them, obviously, and all that stuff. And it was insane. I think, like, there was one point where Wade Barrett, like, broke it up and stuff like that. But, yeah, other than that, insane promo. I think Naomi deserved this. And I think she saw it coming. Yeah, Naomi versus B-Fab, obviously, Naomi won the match, I think. Yeah, she won the match. And then Jade Cargill comes out, it's a big boot out of nowhere to Naomi, and just beats her up, and then, I guess, like, clotheslines her, big boots her out of the ring, and then Nick Aldis comes out and makes it official that for WrestleMania 41, it'll be Jade Cargill versus Naomi at WrestleMania 41. Yeah, it's probably just going to be a regular, normal singles match. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, and then we had this insanity of a match between Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman. And, Braun Strowman, like, ran into Jacob Fatu into the barricade with no hesitation whatsoever, because he is obviously Braun Strowman. He's not going to hesitate for nothing. He's not going to go down for nothing. And, he just superplexes Jacob Fatu through 3 tables in the crowd area, which was insane. And then, on top of that, it was a last man standing match. So if the ref counted to 10, you're basically done. And then Jacob Fatu obviously ran into the table, through the table to Braun Strowman in the corner. And Jacob Fatu always kept getting up at 9. Braun Strowman always kept getting up at 9 until he ran into the table in the corner. And he got up at 10, which he wasn't supposed to because the match had already ended. And, that's the match. Jacob Fatu obviously did throw a trash can at Braun Strowman, which I'm well aware of. Yeah, and then anyways, he had a preview, or a review, I should say, of John Cena and Cody Rhodes' promo on Monday Night Raw this week. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the favor of all favors. We have all been waiting for this. And it's finally happening. Well, it's finally happened. CM Punk cashes in his favor on WWE SmackDown. And I can not tell you enough. This is insane. Roman Reigns obviously comes out with the Roman Reigns chants. And then, just like, Seth Rollins came out, he was obviously, him and Roman were obviously arguing and bickering back and forth, about last year at WrestleMania, this main event, where it was The Rock, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins now. Just can't drop the F, you know what I mean? Because of issues. But anyways, yeah, and then CM Punk comes out and says, Paul Heyman's gonna be my manager at WrestleMania. It's gonna be my side and not yours, because that's gonna get you a little bit out of your comfort zone, Roman Reigns. And then Roman Reigns is like, tell Paul Heyman, tell CM Punk who this is really about. But go easy on him. Tell CM Punk what this is all about. But just go easy on him, please. And Paul Heyman's crying, and Roman Reigns is like, "Are you crying? Are you serious? Are you crying? We have a show here, and you're gonna cry on live television." That's probably what he was basically like. And Paul Heyman's picked CM Punk. I would have done this. I wouldn't have done that same thing. I would have just kept of what I like. You know, you gotta dip your feet in the water a little bit. Paul, you gotta dip your feet in the water a little bit. And be a little freaking BICTH. By all means. I mean, you could do whatever you want. I mean, it's your world. But yeah. That was that. And Roman got mad, like choked Paul Heyman in the corner, and then CM Punk did a GTS to Roman Reigns inside of the ring. I might add. And Paul Heyman was just, I could just feel him pleading, crying over the fact that both of his wise men, both of his mentors, both of his managed people, both of his advocates, both of his friends, both of his closest people that he has commuted a relationship with in the WWE turn on each other, all at once. It was a full circle moment. And yeah, that's that for you guys. So, I don't even know why I did that. Yeah, we got that, and then we got Motor City Machine Guns obviously saying that the one thing matters is gold, and we're gonna get a shot against Street Profits next week, and we're gonna beat them. That's all I basically caught from that, because I didn't really pay attention for what they were saying, obviously. So I really don't know, but yeah, they got interviewed by Byron Saxton. They did their poses at the end and all that stuff. Like, all that stuff like that. And all that stuff like that. But yeah, that was that, and we'll see what next week brings. WrestleMania is 15 days away. Actually, no, WrestleMania is 14 days away, actually. And it's going to be an insane extravaganza that I cannot wait for. So, yeah. That is it, guys. Hopefully you like, subscribe, turn on those bell notifications, and yeah, that's it. Raw and SmackDown reviews are finished. But I do want to talk about something real quick. And it's something that I want to watch personally that has been out. The Minecraft movie. Is it good? Or is it not? Let me know. Let me know if the Minecraft movie is really that good, or I'm coming in the legitimate theaters and I'm going to sell it out. And I'm gonna sell it sold. God. You got me. I'm pretty sure you do. Or else. So yeah. Hopefully you like this stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Whoosh.